When it comes to designing your blog's layout, you want to remember 3 words. Keep it simple. Hi bloggers, welcome back to a branch of Holly TV and welcome back to day 4 of the ABCs of Blogging series, where today we're going to be talking all about blog design tips. Now, I'm by no means an expert, but I have learned a thing or two in my time. When it comes to your blog, content should always be your number 1 focus. Your main goal should be to make it easy for readers to navigate your site and find the content that they want to read. But it's actually pretty easy to sabotage your readers' ability to navigate your blog if you've got a cluttered and distracting design. So that's why I wanted to share some quick and easy tips that can help bloggers at any stage of their journey with their blog design, and we're going to get onto that in just a sec. If you're only just joining this series, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. We've got loads more videos yet to come and it's going to be super fun. Tip number 1 is to keep it clean. People have lots of different preferences for how they like blogs to look, and you're not going to please everybody, and besides, you don't want to do that anyway. But one thing that we all seem to be able to agree on is that we like blog layouts to be clean, uncluttered and easy to navigate. Now, I know it can be tempting to cram your sidebar with every single widget known to man. Twitter, Instagram, latest blog posts, animated GIFs, cat videos. And while it's nice to have a great looking blog, readers come for your content. Not the colours you've picked, not the font that you use in your header, not what's in your sidebar, just your content. So regardless of the look and feel you end up going for, try and cut the clutter and only include things that you think will be valuable to your audience. Tip number 2 is to keep it clear. I talked about the usability of your site in a recent video, and we could dedicate a whole video to this topic. You need to make sure that your website is easy to read and easy to navigate for all people, including those who are visually impaired. The best way to do this is to opt for dark coloured text on a light coloured background. That's why we always usually go for black text on a white background. If you've got light coloured text and a dark background, then let's be honest, you're not going to stay on that site for very long. Font size and style is also important to mention here. You might be tempted to use a fancy flowing script for your font, but people are not going to be able to read that. It might look pretty, but I think you'd rather someone actually stay and stick around to see what you've actually got to say. Tip number 3 is to keep it consistent. Yep, the word consistency applies to your blog design too. If your blog design is consistent across all the pages of your website, it's going to give you a much more cohesive, professional look. So when you choose the colours that you want to use them consistently across your website. You also want to make sure all your images are the same width, as well as the text above and below it, and make sure you use big images. You don't see successful bloggers using teeny tiny images that you can't see. But speaking of that, keep it quick. How quickly your blog loads is just as important as how it looks. Here's the problem. Many of the design elements that you use on your website can actually slow it down. Big images, loads of widgets, pointless clutter, all of these things will slow your website down. It doesn't matter how good your blog looks if people don't hang around to see it, and trust me, they won't if it takes too long to load. Tip number 5 is to keep it responsive. This is one of the most important tips right here. Your blog needs to be responsive when it comes to different browsers and mobile devices. A lot of people make the mistake of only testing their blog on the browser that they specifically use, forgetting that people use other browsers and so on. More and more people are viewing blogs and reading blog posts on their phone or tablet, so it's important to make sure that your blog is responsive to that. I get that this can be complicated, but there are lots of themes that you can buy that will be fully responsive. And if you do decide to buy a blog theme, then please make sure it's responsive before you hit that buy button. Responsive themes change size. So no matter what size you're viewing your blog on, the screen will always look the same. Responsive themes change size, so no matter what screen you're viewing your blog on, it'll still display the same. And tip number 6 is to keep it branded. Once you know your website is clean, clear and responsive, the only thing left to do is brand it up and make it stand out. There are lots of ways to brand your site, but it starts off with your logo and header and using consistent fonts and colours throughout your site. You might want to consider using these same brand elements on your social media channels too, just so you can make your brand even more memorable. So those are some simple blog design tips and tricks. So now it's your turn. How have you tweaked your blog design to make it better? What do you love about a blog's layout? Leave that in the comments and let me know. And if you're struggling to declutter your sidebar, then I have something that's going to help you. It's a free sidebar template to show you exactly what to include in your sidebar, so it's uncluttered, clean and clear for your readers. I'll leave that in the description below. That's all for today, bloggers. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying this series. Make sure you subscribe for more blogging basics so you can get one step closer to a breakthrough. You just bossed it.